All right, great. All right, good. All right. So today or this evening, I'm going to do a video on really letting go, and then I'm going to give you some binding stuff to do as well. All right, some binding stuff to do as well. Oh, supreme evening to you as well. So I'm in my store, and I'm in I guess like my little library room. So I was going to do this in my Facebook group, and then I thought, no, I'm gonna do it in on YouTube so I can help everybody with it. All right. So this was this was motivated by I did a couple of readings today, and both of them are one is on the brink of a breakup, and then one they've broken up. And I didn't think that waiting merited um it didn't merit work, because like sometimes people think that just sometimes when they schedule love consultations and stuff like that with me, that I'm really quick to do love work. Hi guys, but I'm not. I'm not quick to do love work for everybody. And some people, unfortunately, I do turn people down because I don't think that um, everybody really deserves that. I think that some people need to focus on themselves, self love, and kind of like manifesting some money and getting out of debt and creating some good opportunity for themselves instead of focusing on what I like to call a dead issue. You cannot beat a dead horse. And sometimes we do that. Sometimes we do that. We do that. And I don't think that everybody that gets a consultation for me, I don't think that some people, fuck it. Y'all don't need, sometimes y'all need to just let them the fuck go. And two people that I did love consultations on today, I was just like, girl, you need to be focusing on getting out of debt. She just finished her doctorate degree. She's six figures in debt with school. And I'm like, you're focusing on that. And the whole time that you was focusing on that, he was doing what the fuck he wanted to do. And it didn't have anything to do with you. Now you're finished. Now you got this really nice job. And now he wants to be, but y'all grew apart. I'm like, I don't think you need to do any love work on bonding him, on trying to bring him back around to see it your way. He done cheated on you. He done so much fucked up stuff. And yes, I did cut my nails down because I'm trying to finish this goddamn book. And I know good and goddamn well if I don't focus on that, and my nails will be an excuse. So I'm trying to alleviate excuses. So anyway, um, I thought I would talk about this, like, because both of them asked me literally at the same time, "Hey guys, was how do I break up then? How do I let this go then? You know, this guy was with me while I was in college, and yeah, but I mean, you were so focused on school, you didn't really have time. You just stayed with him because you was afraid to move forward, which is what a lot of people do. You don't love him. You just don't want to lose. You feel like that it's the end of something and somebody gonna beat you out of something. So you will stay with him knowing that you're not spiritually or emotionally tied to this man no more. You will still hold on to him. And that's kind of like the bullshit. So I just thought that I would kind of go through, it's a couple of pages. I did my little notes and stuff. And then I did like three little bonding spells. So I will literally, we're gonna talk about it, and then I'm going to copy it and put it in the link of this video, or so you can like use it if you want to. Um, so breaking a relationship, even being deeply in love or whatever like that, it seems kind of inconceivable, but sometimes it becomes painfully necessary to like just let the shit. That's kind of unheard of. It because we always wait to get to the end. Like it's got so fucking bad to where y'all hate each other. But what about like making that decision before it even get there? Because y'all both grown ups and you know if something ain't working, and um all the fucking magic in the world, sometimes that ain't gonna help either. It's not a hard case. If you have paid one spellcaster that didn't work, and you done paid another spellcaster, why the fuck would you keep spending your money on something that is not gonna work? Because everybody ain't a fake, everybody ain't a fraud, and everybody ain't trying to scam you. Sometimes a no is just a no. And it's not even a no right now, bitch. It's just a no. Let's be clear, right? So leaving someone you love is an irrational decision. It's not neat and it's not harmony like the fictitious shit of what we want. And it doesn't make any sense, right? But if you love somebody and if you really love somebody and you love them enough and you love yourself, then you know sometimes you just have to do what you have to do. And we are so fearful, or I'm never gonna be with anybody else. It is billions of people in this world. That is fucking stupid to even think and conceive for 1 minute that you're never gonna find anybody else. And that's the dumbest reason in the world to stay with somebody is because you're afraid to be alone. Point blank, period. And then it makes you into a victim. Same thing for your kids. If this shit ain't working out between you and the baby daddy or you and the husband and shit like that, listen, sometimes it's not meant to be. Sometimes your destiny has been fulfilled. Sometimes it is what it is. Y'all are better friends. And if you keep fucking up and y'all keep being holding on to people that you're not supposed to be tied to, then what you do is y'all lose the friendship. Y'all, because y'all could be civil. Y'all can still love each other. There are people that you will love to the death of you. Y'all are just not meant to be together. And I don't give a fuck how much magic, spit, blood, semen, whatever the fuck you want. And I have my lashes on. Whatever the fuck you want to use, it's not good enough. It's not enough. Y'all have either outgrown each other or you've outgrown this experience of each other. And there's nothing wrong with it. Some of y'all are just not tied to each other, but you rather simply suffer than to make a concise decision. Now, I'm not telling nobody to leave your man, to leave your woman. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying when you go into it the wrong way, it won't last. If you go into it with the idea of, I'm really just fucking around with him, and then some kind of way you fell in love or some shit like that, listen, boo boo, it is what it is. Situationships, listen, situationships never hardly. But most times, if it's a situationship, baby, it's gonna stay a situationship. He will never marry you, woman. You wanna know why? You wanna know why? Because you fucked him. You fucked him. You had no expectations for him, and you just let him be like that. He don't have to give you nothing. He don't have to pay no bills. He don't have to contribute in your life. All he have to do is fuck you. He come over when the kids sleep, or you go over when your kids, your oldest is in high school, so he can watch the kid. Listen, situationships, I don't give a fuck what anybody have to say. Those are not hard cases. Those are no cases. Real shit. I don't give a damn how good he dick you down. I don't give a damn how magical her snatch is. A man knows when he meets you 1 to 2 minutes into meeting you, he know if you're somebody that he can marry or you're somebody that he'll just fuck. Now, you don't have to take this advice, of course. You don't. But why you gotta keep, thank you, baby. But why you gotta keep fucking yourself? Y'all like be tripping and shit. Like, all right, so let me get to this part. So the answer is very simple because happiness does not depend on the person that you have at hand, but in the life that you're trying to build. Let me say it again. The answer is simple on why you can leave somebody that is just not, you guys are not aligned. Because happiness does not depend on the person you have at hand, meaning it does not Happiness does not constitute being in a relationship. Happiness does not constitute being married. Happiness is what you get for yourself. My husband told me about 4 or 5 years ago, he said, I work so hard to make you happy, and it seemed like I'm failing. And I'm like, no, you ain't failing. It's just that I got to figure out what make me happy. Listen, I could have, you learned that from a year ago, reading for me. Okay, tell them, girl, I don't do work for everybody. I used to when I first got in the game. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Nah, I don't do that now. Baby. If I tell you it's a no, trust it's a no. Go on, go on. It's somebody else out there. You pretty, you smart. You understand? You pretty, you smart. You don't have to deal with it. Happiness does not depend on the person that you have at hand. It does not depend on the person that you lay next to every night. That is not your husband's job trying to make you happy. I'm so sorry, sis. It's not. It is not your boyfriend's job to make you happy. I'm so sorry, sis. It's not. It's not your situationship nigga that you lay up with. That's not his job to make you happy. It's not. But it's the life that you're building for yourself. That's what's supposed to make you happy. The fact that I'm a naturally happy person anyway, this alleviates my husband trying to make me happy, me worrying about what other people think about me trying to make me happy, me worried about pleasing my family trying to make me happy. Listen, my happiness is dependent on how I feel when I get up in the morning and what I put into my building. My building means my life. Your building means you, your sanctuary, your soul, your church. Church really is not a foundational piece. Your foundation, it is not it's the foundational piece that is built off of you and everything that you have going on. But what we do is we deflect. We don't deal with our roots. We don't deal with our issues. Y'all rather get a tarot reading, pay $15, $20, $30 for her to flip some cards that she didn't learn the definition of them and give you some vague, general ass fucking reading that could be applied to anybody. That's not how that works. What you should be focusing on is you, your building. What foundational piece are you leaving for your children? What type of legacy are you leaving for your children? What type of example are you leaving for your children? Some of you wonder why your daughters and your sons are the way they are. Baby, let's be clear and be accountable. It's you. They saw you settle, so that's what the fuck they did. And you think, no, I was married to their daddy, but they know y'all weren't happy. They know y'all weren't happy. You understand what I'm saying to you? That's how this works. If this isn't the life that you want, if you're not getting what you need to get out of, if you are not aligned with what you want with that person, if you guys are not generating a well-being that transcends all around you, so that when people are generating that, the well-being, if you are not being your most authentic self, I did something. I have a group a Yoni group that I'm working with it's very small. I like less than 10. So we can be more organized. We can teach, we can do work. And it's not 500, 600,000 people in there, right? The first thing I asked them, what was your previous relationship like? And I gave them like a list of questions to answer. Because reflectively, whatever their relationship was like, that's the same fucking thing that you will put out for the next one, because you ain't learned nothing. Relationships are lessons. They really, really are. So if you are not coupled with a person or significant other or male, whatever the case may be, if you are not coupled with the person that you guys are taking the world on together and you guys are aligned like that, then baby girl, son, you need to let that shit go. Some of y'all are just with hoes. They just hoes. And no matter how much you love that hoe, she just gonna be a hoe. No matter how much you love that hoe, he just gonna be a hoe. And it ain't nothing you can do to stop him from being a hoe, because that is what he is. He's just a hoe, baby. And no matter how self-righteous you become or how a Christian and I'm praying for him, girl, stop all that. Stop all of that. Because in this dilemma, you have to choose what you want to continue to give up. What are you giving up? You giving up your heart? You giving up your energy? You giving up your intentions? You giving up your manifestations? What do you, the law of attraction means you have to give it direction. What are you giving it? What do you get telling the universe to do? Just give me anything. I'll just settle for anything because I just don't want to be alone. But you're not really trusting the universe to give you what you desire, what you want. You know all that stuff y'all say when I say don't say what you desire and want, but that's what you're doing. What are you giving up? What is your sacrifice? Your sacrifice is you, your happiness, your years, your youth. Some of y'all don't even want to fucking suck dick no more because you didn't fuck and suck that dude dick for the last 7 fucking years. Oh, I'm not a cutter. This my damn cat. It's my cat. I got that damn cat. I got all he want to do is fucking play. 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, he fucking want to play and shit and bother me. But you get what I'm saying. I don't even want to give it too much, but I'm just gonna say that somebody said to me that they got a new dude, but they don't have anything to give them. They feel like they don't have anything to give them because they've given everything up to the ex. That's how it happens. We like fucking drain and you that'll make you stay too because you like, I just don't have nothing else. But yes, you do, sis. Build your vibration back up. Cleanse from that experience. Yes, you do. He ain't the end all to be all. It's too many men. I don't give a damn if 80% of black men locked up, 20%. Say, they come in all different shapes, sizes, colors, bell pepper noses, black as fuck, light as fuck, white as fuck, big eyed as fuck, slim eyed as fuck. Hey, they come in any kind. It's people that's 50 years old dating somebody 32. So that is no fucking excuse. That's all the fuck I'm saying. Cut out the bullshit. You're not the victim. You chose to stay. That's just like I told a young lady. She said, well, all he do is cheat on me. Bitch, you let him. He should know what kind of woman he do. He know what kind of woman he got. He got a goddamn boo. You know, he can go out there and fuck whoever he wants to, then come back and cry with you, and you just gonna let him be. He know. Again, I keep telling y'all dealing with somebody. Thank you, Gabe. Hey, baby. Y'all dealing with somebody that done took full stock of your fucking life. They done took full stock of y'all fucking. They done took full stock of you cooking and cleaning and providing and trying to dress his ass up because when you first met that motherfucker, he had on dress shoes and some motherfucking football socks. And I'm talking about the motherfuckers that came up to under his knees. When you was like that, you know, he don't dress that good, but you know, I can kind of, you know, he had on some old beat up ass Nikes and shit that look like he work on cars. I'm just saying, that's when you met him, you done dressed him up and fixed him up and shit, and you think that he's supposed to be so fucking grateful that he's going to be appreciative for that. Sometimes it is, and sometimes it ain't. But when you see that it ain't, you bring that shit up. Hey, this is issues because y'all should be able to have these conversations with these men. You giving them your pussy, you fucking them, and you giving them some of the best head game of your life. Well, why you can't have a conversation about some real shit? Why you can't have, and that was in part of my group when I was telling them, what kind of conversations did y'all have? No, not 333 for the football socks and drip. I'm just telling you. But what kind of conversations can you, when y'all get real serious, if y'all get real serious, what kind of communication? Does he break down when you start having serious conversations? Like, that's stuff that you should be taking notice of. That's the stuff that you should be taking stock in. You need to be taking stock in stuff like that. Because if he's not responding that way and he can't talk, you can't hold a conversation with him, you might need to change his title. Instead of being boyfriend, it need to be that nigga that I fuck with when I'm bored. I'm just saying. Anyway, back to my notes. If you're willing to give up and to sacrifice yourself, it wavers the effect of who you essentially are. I mean, you are scratching shit out on your own. This is vital. This is important. The relationship will not work no matter how much you love what you have. When you decide to leave someone you love, it's because for a moment you have an elevated view far beyond the mere relationship, and you have seen infinite time, your infinite wisdom, your infinite soul, your heart, your energy, and it's becoming more infinite. And you are running out, and you are running out, and you are running out. You're starting to feel frustrated, lonely. You're vibrating low. Now he becomes a bleed because now that's an open sore. And you, come on, sis. This should be the finality, the final impulse that leads you to do something that it needs to be done, and that is to end it. Because no longer is this person tied to your destiny. The lesson, the fulfillment is now over. The problem is we give temporary people permanent titles, and that's where we fuck up. Listen, sis, you was going through a situation. This person came into your life. It was good. Now the situation is different. Now you need to move on from that. But because they was there for you at that time, you think that it's supposed to be. Some people are just here for that season. It's just a season. And the dude then told you, I'm really not ready for a relationship. What he really saying, I'm really not ready for a relationship with you. He's just not into you. You're the rule. You're not the exception. But guess what, baby? That's okay, because for your man, for your soul tie that turns into your twin flame, darling, or that is your twin flame, you are the rule. You are the exception. You are all of that. You are his exception. You are her exception. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Not only is it not against nature to do this, but it is the most natural action that can be conceived, to choose oneself. Make a decision to separate and be consistent with your decision. So many times, so many times, it is so hard to stick to stuff that is unhealthy because it's somebody. At least it's somebody. That's what you say. At least it's somebody. Even if he's showing me hurtful attention, it's still attention. This is why people stay in abused situations, because even though it's negative, even though it's bad, it's still something. And if he wasn't here, if she wasn't here, I wouldn't get anything. But what you're literally doing is you're saying to the universe, I don't trust you. I don't trust you to do my petition. I don't trust you to honor it. I don't trust you. I don't trust you. I don't trust you, universe. I don't trust my work. I don't trust my self love work. I don't trust my heart. I don't trust what you have for me. I don't trust it. That's what you're saying. Make a decision. You ask for sign after sign after sign. If you keep asking for signs and signs and signs, what do you think that you're going to get? The lessons are going to get bigger. The signs are going to get bigger, and you'll fuck around and be sick. You got AIDS or HIV or something you can't get back. You think because you had chlamydia that that's just something that happened. He apologized. Y'all both took some pills and y'all all right. No, baby, that was a sign. You think when old girl got pregnant that he was fucking with, and you contacted me for a miscarriage spell. Let's be clear. You contacted me for a miscarriage spell, and I did it and it worked. Now you got a clean slate. Let's be clear. Now you just gave him the okay. That something else happened. Y'all don't know how to communicate. He'll go fuck somebody else and probably get somebody else pregnant again. Come on now, sis. This real talk. This real talk. This ain't about selling no goddamn work. This about saving your life. People simply need to move away from each other. This is perfectly normal. They realize that they are looking for different things. They no longer share the same interest, and they do not understand each other. They no longer have a connection. Staying in a relationship that has no future in the end only causes more wounded feelings on both sides. It's true. It's true. You, him, her, it's essential to understand that you are not meant to be together. And you got to determine if you both committed to the termination before you take the first step. What's wrong with having a conversation? Talk to your partner. Explain why you can't no longer be with him. Now, if it's a Pisces man, I don't know. Because he probably going to be crying and shit. But I don't care. Tell him, sit your crying ass down, nigga. You know this ain't going to work. Being honest is, honesty, communication, that's the key. Lies about your reason for the termination, even to protect the other person's feelings of your partnership, will only lead to further confusion and misunderstanding. You understand? My store hours, most times from 10 to 6, 10 to 6:30. I'm just being honest. And if y'all do decide to separate and y'all finally on some real shit, you know, divide all the common stuff. If y'all living together, one of y'all gonna have to move. So make a list, each one what y'all will keep. Remove all the items in a single step so to avoid keep coming back, getting shit. Oh, I left this and I left that. Now, let go. Let that shit go. That shit, that nigga got my place over there. Bitch, you bought them plates from Walmart and you only have 3 because you broke the other one in the sink. Stop it. And then don't rush to see each other again in order to get him time to heal, and maybe on both sides, he had a little time to think about it. You had a little time. No, give it some time. Now, if y'all have children and stuff, y'all are grown-ups. That's the secret. We grown. Grown up, y'all know how to act. Y'all grown. Y'all grown up to fuck. Y'all grown up to disillusion yourself. Be grown enough to live. Sometimes it just is what it is, baby. And sometimes no matter how much time come in between, I just ain't to be like that. And that's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Forgive each other. If you still love each other, I mean, there are so many different forms of love. Not all of them have to be a sexual type. I love my first love. I don't ever want to be with his ass again, but I still love him. I still love all my exes. I just don't want to be with them. And if they don't get we still grown. If you got to change the number, block that motherfucker, do it. He want to keep on saying, motherfucker, I'm putting them white folks in your life. I done told you to get on. You ain't gonna be satisfied till you lose that good job at FedEx. If y'all still love each other, you can forgive what has happened and y'all could be grown and still move on. Nobody lost. Y'all both can win. That's the point. Nobody lost. It's just time to move on. I know some I know a couple of people who are not married anymore. They have gotten married to other people and they have friendships. Meaning the stepfather has a relationship with the father and they good. Like really, really good. Like they mature as fuck. They good. Like they can do Christmas and stuff together and ain't nobody jealous or mad and they looking. Say it's not. We have to learn how to cut off the things that we bleed from. We just bleed, 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 and we wonder why we be so sick, so tired, so weathered, so worn out. That's where the bitterness come from and the hate come from. Man, fuck all of that. Fuck all of that. If it ain't working, baby, it just ain't working. You are not the one. And if he or she find the one, that's all right. You ain't gotta be calling her bitches and nappy headed hoes and all of that shit. He just found somebody else. If you focus on you, you might find somebody else too. I mean, all y'all doing by staying together just find another a way or a reason to torture each other, and that ain't cool too. You know, you have to admit we've had some good times. We've had some great experiences together, and I appreciate you and I love you for that. We have children together. You are a good father. You're just not a good husband to me, or maybe I'm not a good wife for you. There is a young lady that follows me. Back in 2006, is it 16 or 17? 2017. 2017. I did a reading with her, and it was supposed to be like an ancestry reading, and she probably watching me now. And she just had a little girl from her new man. Well, when we did the reading, her husband loved her, but she didn't love him. And I kept telling her, I almost said her name. She was like, I love my husband. I love that he's a good father, but I just don't want him like that. I feel like it's something else. So I did do a reading for her. And I don't normally tell people, oh, you need to leave. But I will say either I don't think that I need to do work for you. I think you need to focus on, alleviating some things so you could do better. But I never like leave him. But I was literally like, you guys are holding up each other's destiny. I literally told her that. I was like, B, because I was like, B, you are really holding up his destiny. You're really stopping him from being with the person that he's supposed to be with by you holding on to him. She's right there and she's waiting. I was like, he's holding you up from the man that you are supposed to be with. I said, you're going to have another baby. And I said, but he's not the father of it. I saw all of that. So at the end of 2018, she left. Now she's in my group. She left. She left him. I think the beginning part of 2018, she also met somebody. In her meeting him, literally, yes, I do readings for single people too. Of course. So literally in meeting the guy, she made this video. She was like, oh my God, I met this guy. I don't know where it's going to go. And I knew when I saw him and I was like, that's the one that you're supposed to be with. Needless to say, less than a year, she done got pregnant, then got engaged. And then little girl, which the baby clothes is right up here in the store, B. Come get your baby stuff. So I want you guys to understand that sometimes your destiny is just not tied to that person anymore. Not saying that it never was. It's just sometimes y'all got to cut that shit out. You do. You do. So, I'm going to give y'all 3 ways to bond a person because I'm done. I'm done talking about the other stuff. If you want to get a reading, magicalladyduchess.com, www.magicalladyduchess.com. Literally go on to the site, go to readings and consultations. You don't have to email me and ask me if you need a reading. All you need to do is go on to the website, magicalladyduchess.com, go to consultations and readings and choose which one fits your situation and go forward. Okay. All right. So, powerful spells to like bind a person. And this is like binding a person away from you. Maybe you can't leave. Maybe you need some strength. Maybe you need some magical help. That's cool. That's fine. I got you. Get you one of those 7-day white candles. Set it up on like a glass plate or a tray or something like that. Take the photograph of the target, the person that you're with, your man, your woman, or whatever, that you wish to bind to the candle. What you will do is you will make a ring of sea salt around the candle. In the second ring of sea salt, you can add some protective herbs such as sage and rosemary and lavender. You will fill the rest of the tray with images that represent what you're bonding the person from your house, from your car, from your job, from your kids, legal documents, anything you need. And if it's too complex to get those things, write it out. Get you some slips of paper. Place them around the candle. And to be honest, this is good too for motherfuckers that you work with. They gossiping and trying to make your motherfucking life miserable and shit. Write it down. Explain what you want. Listen, y'all have the ability and the power to stop being a victim and be victorious if you just let it happen. If you believe in yourself, if you trust this universe that y'all say that y'all are so spiritual and y'all so magical, you don't trust it. You don't even trust yourself. Why are you wasting your money? Why are you wasting your time with any spellcaster? Stop it. Because it's a waste of time, energy, currency, and everything. Don't do it. So what you'll do is you'll write it down, explain what you want to stop. You can use red ink if you're angry, or pink, purple ink, purple if you're sad. You'll wrap the candle and the image with black thread, like wrap it around it with some black thread. You can get some yarn if you got some, black thread that you sew things up with. You can use that too. And you can call on Isis, because she's really good to help to bind people away. Or what is she called? I can't think of who is. It's somebody else that's really good to get somebody away. It depends on who your deity is or who you work with, because y'all can use them too. Use some Saint Expedite. Make that shit hurry up. And if you do it, give them some pound cake and some pennies. You just say out loud what you're bonding the person from. You know what I'm saying? And make it loud, make it clear, and make it concise. You can light the candle, you can leave it burning until the wax drips. And you can kind of like or get you like a white candle within, and you can light it, turn it where the flame is kind of up like this, and let the wax from that flame, you can put it around and kind of seal with the thread around the candle in a picture. You could do that and burn it every day for like a week. You can use it as a meditation device to direct your will to bound person. You'll have results. You just got to believe in it and really want it. Because don't just do it if you're just doing it and you really don't believe in what you're doing, because you really want to keep that person. This spell can also help people too from hurting themselves. If the person that you're with is an abuser, a narcissist, you can rid yourself of the negative energies of someone who's mentally or emotionally like abusing you. If you do it properly, it won't harm the target, but what it will do is it will affect their daily life in some kind of way. It will simply make the person powerless to mentally and emotionally harm you. No, Romeo, bind away. You can bind somebody away. You can bind them leaving, not binding them and keeping them to you. Now, see where your mindset at? Bind them, let their ass go on. You want to bind them away from you, because you can do that. What was I? Okay. So if you want to, you can gather like a cloth and a color to represent the person being binded. No, you ain't gonna conjure up nothing that you didn't mean to. Y'all gotta stop watching them Hollywood movies like that and just believe in everything that you see. Um, I would take, if you're gonna get some cloth and do this second part, I would like their favorite color, any personal items that you obtain from the person, such as like a needle. You can a needle, thread, a black ribbon, a black candle. You need like a little cauldron, a pen, and a piece of paper. Um, you light the little black candle, and black candles are not just for hexing; they also for protection. Just in case you guys did not know that. Um, kind of concentrating deeply on the person. You can place their personal items. I like to take underwear that they didn't wear, cut the seat out. I like doing stuff like that. I like using that little piece because you don't need a big old piece of underwear. But I'm gonna put this one in because this was kind of complicated just to say it to you guys. Especially, I should have did an example. That's what I should have did. I should have did an example because that's a pretty long one. That's a nice one, and it also kind of helps you how to show you how to make a doll too, like a little puppet. Um, so I think I'm going to post, make sure I post that one in the. Well, that's all right, baby. You got the deprogram. And then the other one is like energy to gain for a specific task, maybe of leaving or maybe of having that conversation, or maybe, so you can get a red or orange kind a candle for that, any type of spicy incense, a glass of cold water, a bowl of sea salt. And on the sunny days, the spell can be started by sitting outside and taking some deep breaths of fresh air, and that's grounding and cleansing, so you can get your mind focused on what you need to do. You can sit in front of the candle and say, give me energy to happily complete the task that I have been given to do. Um, oh, thank you, Paula. So I'm going to put that down there as well, for you guys. So it's three. It's three that I'm gonna add on there. My whole point in all of this stuff is love you enough to choose you. And by choosing you, you get a wealth of knowledge. You get a wealth of self-esteem, self-love, self-worth. You'll be able to manifest because you'll be able to vibrate higher. You guys got to stop putting yourselves in positions where you vibrate low. Because when you vibrate low, um, if you vibrate low, then what you will attract is low vibrating people, and that'll make them stay. Nothing makes a narcissist more pissed off and bitter than you being happy, because they don't want you to be happy, because they ain't happy, and they don't want nobody around them being happy. It fucks them up and throws them off. Them the motherfuckers you really do got to kill them with kindness. And I'm talking about that kindness, that nice nasty kindness, for real. How do you know when you're vibrating? Well, if you always sad and depressed and sleepy, and like saying right, you vibrating low because all you thinking about is, oh, I'm so tired, and oh, I'm so this, and oh, I'm so that, and oh, then you're not vibrating as high as you should be. But when you're vibrating high, you're happy, you're laughing, you're joyful. And when you're happy, you're laughing, and you're joyful, your vibrations rise, and you are able to manifest, you will glow, you will find yourself. And then you will attract people that are happy and vibrating high and manifest. You will do that. So that's all I'm saying to you. That's all I'm saying to you guys. Can a narcissist change?